Unit 3 In Town.
Hello and thank you for joining me here. My name is Teacher Carlos with Online Learning. Thank you for joining us, and we are going to continue from our last lesson. Our last lesson was places in town. So we were able to identify 6 places in town. I'm wondering if you are able to think of any other places in town that you come to mind. So just a quick review. We have our places in town. We have mall, right? That is a place where you can go shopping. We have a hair salon. That is somewhere you can get your hair cut. We have a grocery store. That is where you can buy food. Buy food like vegetables and fruit like apples and oranges, bananas. So then next we have the library. Library is where you go and you borrow your books. You read a book, you borrow it, and then you return the book at the library. Next, we have a movie theater. Our favorite place is a movie theater where you can go and watch a movie. You can go and watch films at this movie theater. And next would be the park. A nice place you can go and relax, or you could take your dog on a walk. You can go ahead and take your dog on the walk from the park, and that should be great. Should be fun. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with this page, and we're going to learn how to write a question and an answer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and write these proper questions down. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this time we are going to be on page 29. Sorry I did not mention that earlier, but we will be on page 29 on our student book, and that page should look something like this. And we're going to go ahead and ask some questions. We're going to go over some concepts about past tense and how we are able to change these words to be able to say them correctly in the past tense. So again, this is going to be exercise about past tense, something that happened already in the past, meaning like yesterday. So if today is Wednesday, yesterday was Tuesday. So it happened already, the day passed. That's why we call it past tense, because this is something that already happened. You cannot change because it happened in the past. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Hope you keep that in mind, and let's go over these words here on page 29. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we are on page 29. You see here we have a question here. It's the same question. We're only going to use different pronouns. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the question. So let's take a look at C, ask and answer. So here we are, and we have here our 6 different places. I hope you can be able to name all these 6 different places. But let's go ahead and take a look at the question. The question says, where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? So again, the word yesterday is a day before today. So if today is Wednesday, like I said, Wednesday, today is Wednesday, yesterday was, you see how I change was because yesterday already passed. You don't say yesterday is. You say yesterday was because it's something in the past. Yesterday was Tuesday. So again, let me go ahead and write that down. If today is Wednesday, then yesterday was Tuesday. So I'm putting Tuesday, or I'm putting was in capital, so you see how we change. Today is Wednesday because that's today. Then yesterday was Tuesday. And we use capital letters for the days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we use capital letters. And this would be a period there. So this is how we use was. Is changes to was, am changes to was, and are changes to were. So let's go ahead and continue with this sentence. Where were you yesterday? So where were you yesterday? And the reason why we use were and not was is because we're using the word you. So whenever we use you, we use the word were. Where were you yesterday? If we use he or she, we use the pronoun he or she, we use was. Where was he yesterday? Where was she yesterday? So let's go ahead and continue. So the word where, the word where is describing a place. So where, whenever somebody asks where, what in the beginning of the question, that's when you know they want to know a place. And these are our different places that we're going to talk about. So where were you yesterday? I was at the park. So number one, I was at the park. Whenever we use I, we use was. So this here is past tense. You can also say present tense. So this is the present tense sentence. If this was today, you say I am at the park. I am at the park. If I ask you, where are you going today? I am at the park. Or where are you today? I am at the park. But the question is a past tense question. Past tense. Where were you yesterday? So this is past tense. That's why we answer like this. I was at the park because it happened yesterday. Am changes to was. That's why this is what it says here. Am changes to was. Is changes to was. And are changes to were. So if they ask, where were they yesterday? Where were they instead of you? They meaning more than one student, so two or more. They would have to say they were at the park. That's why it changes from are to were instead of saying they are at the park. That is today. They are at the park. Past tense is were. They were at the park. All right, so I hope you kind of understood how we use these words differently with the past tense. Again, when you say I am, that changes to I was. When you say he is or she is, that changes to was as well. He was, she was. And if you say are, like they are, then that would change to they were whenever we are talking about the past tense. So we're just going to go ahead and finish up all these exercises here quickly. We should be able to do those quickly once we understand those past tense. So let's go back into it, go back into page 29, and let's go ahead and answer these questions. Then during class, I'll have you guys speak and tell me the answers verbally. So I hope this is good practice for you, and do not forget about the past tense. Okay, so here we are again. So we're just going to ask the question, and we're just going to go ahead and give the answer. So the first one is already up here. Where were you yesterday? And number one is a park. So the answer is I was at the park. Since it's past tense, we use was, not am. I was at the park. Number two we have here. I wonder which one this is. So where were you yesterday? So I was at the, so what is this here? This is the grocery store. So I was at the grocery store, period. Number three, where were you yesterday? I was at the hair salon. So all you change is the name of the place, hair salon. Number four, where were you yesterday? I was at the mall. I was at the mall. Number five, where were you yesterday? I was at the movie theater. So cinema is another word for movie theater, cinema. And the last one, number six, where were you yesterday? I was at the library. I was at the library. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Right down here, so we have to match where these people are going according to their shadows. According to their shadow. So this is a shadow. We have to know exactly where they're at. So, number one, where was he yesterday? Where was he yesterday? Where was he yesterday? This boy here. So when we use he or she, we use was. We use was. Because when we say he is, we change to he was, just like in the answer. So number one, where was he yesterday? So let's look for him. It looks like he is right here. He was at the mall. He was at the mall. Let's look for this girl now. Where was she? It's the girl. Where was she yesterday? So let's go ahead and follow along. I believe this is her. So she was at the movie theater, period. All right. So number three, he, it's a boy. Where was he yesterday? So we have to change this to he. Where was he yesterday? Let's go. I believe that is him. So he was at the park. He was at the park. All right. Number four, where was he yesterday? So this is another boy. It looks like he was, looks like this is it right here. So he was at the library. He was at the library. Number five, it is a girl. So she was at the, so let's look, where is she at? This is a different one. Oh, I think it's her right here. So she was at the hair salon. She was at the hair salon. And the last one, it is a girl as well. So we keep she. Where was she yesterday? So she was at the grocery store, buying some fruit maybe. She was at the grocery store. So she is down here. All right, so that would do it for today. I hope you remember how to write these sentences. So we will go over these when we are in class. All right, I want to thank you for joining us. I hope these exercises are getting simpler. So we are going into something a little bit different, and that is the past tense. So some words will change. You might think, oh, that makes no sense. And you might be right. but English is a little weird, a little different. So hopefully we are able to remember all these rules about changing the verbs, changing the adverbs, and I hope we're able to set great sentences in the future. So I hope you have a good day, and thank you for joining me, Teacher Carlos, with online learning. Have a good day.